Small entry. Looking for that push past 1130. This ticker's really punching it right now. I think we might get that last pop towards 11.5. I'm not sure if we're going to break it, but that's kind of my game plan here. This has been a strong run so far, especially for BBBY. Well, I gotta say, ILAG is kind of tempting here, especially on the 5-minute, but you know what? I'm already wrapped up today, and this is quite unfortunate. I really stumbled over myself. First of all, guys, good morning. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Man, I'm a little bit frustrated right now. Today I broke a rule, and I want to see if you guys can guess which rule I broke before I say it, and if you guys do guess it, let me know in the comments below. But here it is. Well, I won't say it yet, but here's basically the situation. I was up on BNSO before I gave back, constantly on it. And then BBBY, I was up never that much on it, like maybe 150, gave back on that one. PXS pops up, traded it, lost on. PETZ pops up, traded it, lost on. I was up at like 730 over my daily goal. And then ever since then, I was giving back profits, which was just really stressful. I don't have a super high daily goal right now because it's summertime, but still. And you can see we're above our $120,000 mark right here, and we're on our way to $150,000. But man, it's been last week was a little bit slow for me. And you could just see in general I've been kind of sandbagging here a little bit. So I'm excited to start sizing up a bit more, and I think. And trading longer as the summer wraps up, but I think that was a big reason I kind of tripped over myself today, because look at this running P&L right here. Boom, 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 boom. Actually 808 was like my peak at 564 profit, and then I gave back pretty much since then. I just could not get into nail one of these moves, and it was really frustrating. But basically 5% based on my average position size is my daily goal, more or less. And I made this rule like when my average position size was closer to $10,000. So let's say like $500 was my average positions, our average daily goal. Now, when I go below that, that is when I want to throw in the towel, because I don't want to have a situation like in July or many times in the past where this is a new rule I made where, I'm up like, right here, like $730. And then all of a sudden I hit negative $1,100. I have a max loss day and I stop trading. This happens from time to time where, you're on a flow, you take a big loser, and then you get like in a red state of mind, you just kind of give back your profits. And I think that's, what could have happened today, and I just basically threw in the towel here after I was down like 220. I just started, getting red on everything. It was like there was no opportunities. There wasn't any opportunities for me to get back in the green on, which is, it's fine. It's the situation. But I don't want to, have the situation where I go red. So once I get below or back below my daily goal, which is $500, I need to throw in the towel. Now, I think another tricky situation here was, in this area, I was technically below it, then I was back above it, and then I think I really should have threw in the towel right around here at like 400. But it's always like one of those, when you're on like the fine line of things, I think it gets a little bit tricky. Plus the market didn't even open yet. So I want to stick around a little bit longer. But, Mondays have been pretty bad days for me overall. I am net green on Mondays, but it's my worst performing day of the summer. So since Q2 started. So yeah, there's that to think about. Overall, my profits here, they're okay. Or my statistics, profit margin here, 33%. That's, a little bit above my overall average. But my green days are usually closer to like 60%. So that's worth thinking. My average position cost is pretty small. I never sized up today, and I think that was a big reason I think I tripped over myself today, because I didn't size up like I should have early enough, because with BNSO, for example, I had a lot of nice winners, but look at all these small position sizes. These should have been like $10,000 trades, but they were like $3,000 to $5,000 trades, so that was a little bit sloppy. I do like the fact that my risk reward is positive, so overall I guess that's pretty good. Now, I think you guys will see the pure lack of opportunity today. So let's just go with biggest loser quickly first, PXS. Look at this. I mean, pops up right here and then fails, continues selling off. I don't know, not a lot I can do with that one. And I gotta say, this one was really frustrating to trade. You guys will see it in the recording if you guys check that out. I basically was tripping over myself because I kept trying to get out, and then the TOS pop-up window came up. Not the auto send window where like there's an order confirmation, but like the one where you place a limit order in the wrong spot, and it says like, please move it down like below the price, and you're just like, like let me close the window, or it's like linking orders. Although it's so annoying. If anyone knows how to permanently turn pop-up windows off on TOS, I am all ears, because that always, I always trip over myself, which is kind of annoying. I've been, trading on TOS for so long, but that's the one thing I have not figured out how to turn off. Maybe I got to contact support. Usually I always contact support about these things, but it's like one of those things that I just haven't got around to. With PETZ here, similar situation, popped up, I bought the pullback and it kept on selling off. I cut my losses on it, which is fine. Volume was just getting started here, but unfortunately into this micro pullback, I noticed, this is turning into a big sell volume here, which is just dangerous. I originally tried to get in right here on this way up, but I just noticed this ticker too late, and it was pretty much gone without me by that time, so I had to chase a little bit higher. Now with BBBY, this was a pretty cool ticker today, and it was on all over Wall Street Bets. It's like the most mentioned stock on Wall Street Bets. Actually, so much so, I gotta show you guys this page. This chart always sums it up really nicely. Here you can see BBY, total mentions here, so 2,000. It's really, above everything. SPY over Tesla, over AMC, over GME. I mean, that's saying a lot. So in the last day, you can see really how it's just been skyrocketing here. Now, if we go back to BBBY, it actually had a really, really nice open that I wasn't really ready for. And every time I traded it, like in this pullback and this pullback, it ended up having an extended sell-off, which I, again, wasn't really ready for, which is ridiculous because I know large caps do tend to have these extended moves. When they sell off or when they break out, they just kind of go like a little bit longer, and they hold a little bit longer than you would expect than a typical small cap. Small caps are, once they give pretty quickly, and then the move is kind of over, no matter what it does. With these large caps, sometimes it's like it inches. What we say a lot as traders is grinding. They're a little bit more of a grinder ticker, where it takes a little bit longer, like let's say 6 attempts to break out, as opposed to like 2 or 3 with the small caps, which will often fake you out. And that's what happened to me today with BBBY. I had a nice little profit here on this ticker pre-market, but just very small size. And then here I gave back a little bit, and then basically at the market open, I was constantly too late on these. I really don't know why. I think most of my focus was really on BNSO, and I was a little bit disappointed how it went. So I was like, my mind wasn't fully dialed in on BBBY, which was a little stressful. Anyway, I bought this pullback here. I got shaken out here just for it to pop up and do that perfect move. And then the exact same thing happened here on this pullback, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I went for this pullback, also didn't work out, and I basically threw in the towel there. But I was never up that much on BBBY, just like 150 bucks or so. So I didn't mind necessarily giving back pullbacks. I did mind, however, my horrible trading on BBBY. Well, like, I knew what was gonna happen. I was like, good pullback here, we're on the front side, here we go. And somehow, I had a scratch or I lost money on it, and I was like, huh? So that was a little bit frustrating, but that happens from time to time, so I'm not beating myself up for it. With BNSO, this ticker was definitely the best ticker to trade pre-market. Unfortunately, let's see if my trades pop up. Hopefully they do. Unfortunately, the market open was just such a disappointment with BNSO, and this is, I think, what threw me off a little bit, because this was by far our best lead gapper today originally, and then that open just was the disappointment of the year. Anyway, on this one, my big mistake was just not trading with enough size. So, I got a nice little move here, but just 200 shares, that was really, really embarrassing, which is fine. Like, sometimes my first trade, I dipped my toes. The volume wasn't even over 100,000, but it was a more expensive ticker, so okay. Then a lot of consolidation, so there's that. And then, we have this really nice pop here. And again, I'm like trading it. I think my first trade was like 100,000 shares, or no, 100 shares, not 100,000, 100 shares, which is nothing. And then I get, 2 nice trades here, which is pretty good, but all of them were very small. And then I finally size up to 600 shares here, which is still pretty small. And I take a little bit of a loser, then I have another loser here. I was up like almost 500 on BNSO today, but I should have easily been up like 1,000, really easy on BNSO, basically doing everything the same, just like not even using a lot of position size, like still using a very small amount. That's how small I used today. So I don't know why I was so sized down. I guess it was like the first major ticker we saw today, and I just wasn't really ready for it. I don't know. I could think about that way too long, and I guess I don't really have a good excuse. But yeah, if I was over $1,000 profit today, I would have called it for sure pre-market. Because it's a Monday, they just haven't been that good for me lately. So I would have definitely taken those profits and just walked off with that. We have ILAG kind of making some nice moves right now. It's got a lot of resistance here at 550. Again, I'm done trading today. I think I gave back too many profits, and I was just like overall sloppy trading. So if I got red today, I would just be super disappointed with myself. So yeah, that's why I'm going to leave it here. Good luck with anyone trading ILAG. Looking very tempting. I got to get away from this one. Quick little note here. If you do want to check out my posts, my live trading recordings, just go to my profile, tradejournal.co/Winkler. Check out my portfolio right here, the Momo one, and just click on post and you will see it. Week 32, trading a hot and cold market. Just click on that and you'll see a link to the recording for my trading. All right, guys, I got to close my brokers before I do something silly. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.